Hi, and welcome to another episode of Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. I'm Mouse, and on today's show, we have a lot to cover. We are going to talk about our Monarch project. We're going to talk about some other projects we have going on. Got an interview with a couple of folks, and we are going to look at Pensacon. So stay tuned.
I love old things. Antique furniture, grandfather clocks, clawfoot bathtubs, classic cars. But my passion is historic homes. 20 years ago, this 1896 house was condemned. And with little money and no construction experience, I bought this house and restored it.
Back then, this part of North Hill was dangerous. Drugs, guns, robberies.
But that didn't stop me from restoring over 60 rundown and dilapidated houses. And when other visionaries joined in, we not only saved the neighborhood, we preserved a part of Pensacola's glorious past.
My name is David Everett, and I'm here to show you how to restore historical homes and how to save at-risk neighborhoods.
This is Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages.
Hi, and we're back with Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. We've got David here, and we're going to talk about some of our recent projects and follow-ups on some things that we've gone over in previous episodes.
I think we're going to start out with the Monarch and kind of wrap up what happened with that one. That was a long project, and it was a lot of fun, and we did a lot of work to that place, and it looks really, really good. After over a year, I guess, we are finished up with the Monarch.
Looks
it turned
good.
Out beautiful. You know, got the nice new architectural shingle roof. That always sets a place off.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is a nice 1959 mid-century modern, and it turned out 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's just like a brand new home.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow, this looks great.
Isn't it beautiful? Everything turned out really nice. This is such a neat home. It's very, very sturdy. This is the original hardwood floors. So we actually restored all of that. This is a ventless gas fireplace. But the kitchen turned out beautiful. And we have a really nice eat-in bar. We've got some little corbels on, for extra detail on the bottom.
Right.
We got the little double bump top, I call them. They're a little bit more, ornate than your average
just a regular
countertop. Then we have all new appliances. We have the stainless steel, French door. You have plenty of room. You can put in like a big pizza box or whatever, and you have ice and water in the door. It does have the nice stainless steel dishwasher. All these windows are the double pane insulated windows, so it's nice and energy efficient. This is the old original wood. This is not paneling. That's actually, the 1/2-inch tongue and groove wood. Such a big lot, there's so many things you can do with it. That was a lot of work.
It was. Now, the Monarch was one of our flip properties, so we were able to successfully find some buyers for the property. We were able to meet with them, and they were gracious enough to allow us to interview them for the show. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
So they were really nice folks. I liked them.
It's good to meet people and, make them happy.
Yeah, know who's getting your house.
Yeah.
And this was when I envisioned selling this house, this was the couple that they showed up. I mean, this is what I envisioned is having, to purchase. So that was great.
I'm glad. Here we are on our final walkthrough for this project. We've been working 2.5 years to get this taken care of, and here we have our nice new homeowners here, and we're going through everything that before we go down to the closing agents. But it's been quite the trip.
It really has. So
Because this was a rough house. and now it's beautiful, and we're so happy that you guys like it. So what drew you guys to liking the project, or this property?
Well, Donna loves the floors probably most of all. I think she loves the beautiful floors.
Okay. Hardwoods are, and those are the original hardwoods from 1959, but they didn't look that way when we first got here. It took a long time to get those restored. So for floors for you, how about you? I even thought kitchen. Yeah. Well, what about for you?
Well, we're downsizing, but we still wanted to have places when our children and hopefully someday their children come.
Right.
And so it has 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, and so it's a smaller home, but it's got plenty of room.
Exactly. Yeah, open floor plan and everything. Well, that's true, having that many bedrooms and stuff. Because I was wondering, it's like 2 people, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Okay. Yeah. They like it. That's great.
And then the more details you see, we did a walkthrough, and you were just pointing out thing after thing that you had upgraded and done, and I see some of them, but as you point them out, you see more and more, and I probably will keep finding.
Probably yeah,
so.
because every square inch has been touched. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Well, we're so happy to have you guys taking over we want to know who we sell to, and we want them to be really happy with the project.
We are.
The product, So I guess we're heading to closing.
We're heading to closing.
And then we're off to the next 3 projects that we have waiting for. All right, again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you ready?
We're ready.
We're on our way.
It's great for them to be able to do that video with us, and I hope that they are very happy in their new home.
Absolutely. Now, we mentioned in the end of that video that we had a bunch of projects up and coming.
Right.
And one of the projects, I had gotten a phone call from a guy, and he goes, "Hey, I found a David Everett project." And I was like,
And what exactly is a
"Okay."
David Everett
And he goes,
project?
"It's in your area, and it's the type of thing that you're not going to be afraid of." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, I wasn't really looking for anything right now." He goes, "But you have to see this." I was like, "Okay." So we went over, and this thing was, I guess it was abandoned from what we can tell since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had bought this, I guess it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick ranch, and then tore the top off and built up and back.
Oh, wow.
And they did, they did all the wiring. They had new windows. They put a new roof on it at that time in the 90s. And they did the framing and everything. And something happened with the project where they ran out of money or whatever. And then we basically took over.
So this is how we got it.
Yeah, we got it in really, really rough shape. But it was an unfinished product. So we basically had to go in and basically take all the siding and redo all of the wood siding and add, we basically went over the top of the wood siding that was there, repaired anything that was actually rotten, and then we went and did all the vinyl, we painted the brick, and just basically brought it from, that state of, disrepair. And we just basically did the outside of the project for now, because it's like about 3,000 square feet, and they framed it up to be a 3-bedroom, from a 3-bedroom 2-bath to like a 5-bedroom 4.5 bath. And they did all the plumbing, and they did the wiring, and they did, but it was just framed.
Right.
And then whenever they ran out of money, it just kind of sat since the 90s. So we have gone out there and just really changed it up on the outside. And I designed that little eyebrow thing that kind of mended the old house and the new house, because the brick kind of stuck out, and then, the add-ons didn't, and everything was just kind of like, like different components that didn't really go together well.
And now it kind of meshed
that
together.
We kind of blended them all together and kind of brought it to, a more, modern feel. But it's a neat piece at this point. And of course, we're going to put that on hold for the moment, because we have another big project that we'll be featuring in our next TV show.
Yes.
The Love Shack. And that was quite the undertaking. But so at the moment, this is the nicest storage shed in Pensacola.
It looks really good. It's a big difference from what we got it.
Yeah, 3,000 square foot of good storage. But see the lighting we put in, that is a dusk to dawn sensor, and those lights there are LED. So that eyebrow also
basically lights up, washes the bottom of the house in color, and those types of LEDs, they hardly burn any red door.
Okay, and the red door.
They hardly burn any electricity, and you can actually, on some of them, you can actually select the Kelvinage that you like. So it can be a cooler white, or it can be a warmer white. And so they've come a long way with that type of lighting device.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see what they come out with next. So.
Yeah. Now, we'll show you more about that particular house as it progresses along. We're fixing to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to introduce you to a young couple that we actually helped buy and renovate their first project. So we'll see you right after the break. Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages has beautiful and affordable homes available filled with the charm of yesteryear and the function of today. Since 1999, we've been restoring homes in the North Hill Historical Preservation District in downtown Pensacola, Florida. Each cottage has been transformed into a beautiful dream home, only minutes from interstates in downtown Pensacola. Furnished and unfurnished 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, even roommate house share options. Pick a home to fall in love with at the Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. Now, a while back we were actually approached by some friends of ours, and they wanted to kind of do what we did, and we helped them do that on a house. It was probably 1920 era home that was a duplex. And so we are going to show you the interview that we did with them recently before we went to Pensacon. So here we go. Today is a beautiful day. It's a Pensacon day. It's just the last day of our big Pensacon weekend, so that's a lot of fun. We've been going down there. Mouse and I got a picture with William Shatner. That was kind of neat.
That was a dream come true.
Now, a lot of people, you've seen our commercials and stuff about how we help people do what we do, and go in and buy old houses and fix them up. And we were just wanting to bring people over that has actually done that with us, and just kind of interview them and kind of see what their experiences was with the Pensacola Historical Dream Cottages and the Red Door property in developing their own rental system. Now, you guys how long ago did we do this one?
Oh gosh, I think I bought it in November of 2014. 14, or 15? 14, yeah.
Now, it was a 1920...
28.
28.
Yes.
So it's 90-something years old now.
Yep.
All right. And it was in pretty rough shape.
Yes, it had to be completely gutted down to the studs, and then put insulation in because it didn't have any.
Of course. Absolutely.
Redo all the ingoing plumbing, all the electrical, because it still had the knob and tube wiring from the 1920s. Yeah, so all that, new windows, just a lot of work, refinished the floors, and it was a duplex, so there's an upstairs unit and a downstairs unit, and the upstairs unit didn't need quite as much work because someone had done a little bit of work on it previously, but overall it needed a lot of work.
Okay, now when you bought this, you were how old?
I was 23.
23, and I think at the time you were delivering pizza?
Yes.
Okay. So, anybody can do this at any time in their life and kind of, get the ball rolling and everything.
Working 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah, you were working all the time, but still doing this. It's kind of your part-time job.
Yeah, it was just a few hours before I go to real work.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you have to do a lot of times when you get one of these projects, because we, I think, got that one at a very reasonable rate.
Oh, yes.
Because it needed so much love. And that's the way, a lot of times, it's the best way to do that, unless you have the ability to go out and just get a loan and do the stuff. But we don't always necessarily say that's the best way to do it, because if you can buy this one, now yours had the capacity for owner financing, but we didn't go that route.
No.
Right.
Yeah, but I think we got it for a pretty low amount. So at that point, you guys weren't married yet.
Nope.
No, just dating.
You're just dating and stuff. So I remember going over and
I was like, I'm buying this house because we're just dating.
Now I remember going over and like saying, all right, here's how you do the PECs, and here's how you do the interest plumbing, and here's how you know, just kind of you know, guiding, and then you guys would stay busy and then call me and go, hey, what about this? And then I'd come back over.
Thing.
What do we do?
If you couldn't describe it over the phone, you'd pop by and be like, just that. I'd be like, oh, okay. Never would have thought of that.
And there's a lot of stuff, you know, you can do everything yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, none of it's rocket science. But some of it's maybe like, well, I don't want to do that part.
Yeah.
And then I think we subbed those out to some of the contractors
well,
that previously used, wiring.
Contractors do the electrical, because I was like, I don't want to touch knob and tube wiring. That's not today.
But also because where we got this, that was over in Brownsville.
That was over in the Brownsville area.
And they had some grant money.
Yes, through through the Community Redevelopment Agency. So they would sponsor. It's through the Escambia County Board of Commissioners, and they would sponsor up to. Was it up to 5,000?
Up to 10.
Up to 10,000. Okay. And it would help towards the purchase of a new roof, the wiring, the insulation, the windows.
Yeah, we used it for windows.
Right.
Because we had 24 windows to replace.
Right.
So.
And what they make you do, you have to get bids from 3, certified contractors. And there's a process that you have to go through, but it's a great program.
Well worth it.
Because you can spend your money elsewhere, while they're helping you do this.
Now, that's kind of a matching program, right? I mean, they'll match what you spent up to a certain amount. Is that how that works?
It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure it was, we cover up to this much, and anything over than that, you guys have to cover. So they only covered, I think it's up to $10,000. They'll cover a certain percentage of it depending on what you're getting fixed. Because it was windows, most of it was covered. They were bad.
They were rotten.
So.
And you got the nice double pane insulated windows that had the, and I think you went with the kind of the low E.
I did go with the low E on all those, because the way my house is, there's a lot of shade on one side, so I didn't get low E on those because the sun literally doesn't touch that side of the building, but every spot the sun touches, I got low E windows on.
Very smart. Well, that's cool. So, or warm in this case.
Yeah.
So you got all that done. Now, since that time, because originally the goal was you were going to live downstairs and rent the upstairs out and live for free.
Yeah.
Okay. And
did that for a while.
You lived there for a little. Now, you lived and worked in the space. Now that's difficult, but it's good because you're not paying for rent for a different area and then coming to work. You're right there in it.
Once it got livable, moved in. Yeah,
just kind of worked on it. Now I remember we contracted out Ed Morgan to do the floors, I think.
Yes.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They were beautiful. and then somebody popped a question. Yeah. And then there was a marriage.
There was a marriage involved.
There was an awesome officiant at the wedding.
Yeah. So what she's talking about there is I got a phone call saying, "Are you a notary?" And I was like, "No, but Mouse is a notary. She can notarize something." And she goes, "You don't understand. My dad said I either had to use a
minister?
A Baptist? Was a Baptist minister? Or
I think
a male minister, or you?" So I went ahead and got my notary license so that I could officiate their wedding. Since I was their mentor, I guess.
Yep, absolutely.
But so that was a lot of fun. We used the '57 Buick for the getaway car.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you for that too.
So we've showed you a little bit about Sarah and Michael and how we're teaching them how to live for free. It was a great interview with them. We have a second part of that interview, and we're also going to show you a little bit of our day at Pensacon. So we'll see you when we get back.
At Red Door Property, we will teach you how to live for free. How?
by fixing old houses and revitalizing neighborhoods. You don't have to be rich or particularly smart, just be willing to put in the work. We've been doing this since 1999, and we can teach you how to do it too. Our mentors will teach you the process of how to take a house from broken to beautiful. And we'll show you how to live for free while doing it.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. We are going to look at our second part of the interview with Sarah and Michael, and also look at our trip to Pensacon.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
It's fun.
So at this point, you guys have, you got a job out of state.
Yes, it was right after the wedding.
Right after the wedding.
Right after.
So now you have this paid for house that's renovated,
Yep.
that's cash flowing.
Yep.
So does that make an impact in your life at all?
Oh, yeah, for 120%.
Yeah.
Like there's been, because the first job we got up there was really great for building up career stuff.
It's about building up experience, not necessarily pay, which is fine. That's what you have to do sometimes. But that house's income supported us and saved our bacon several times until I could progress in that company and in my career field to get more income. So
now that he's more stable there, now it's like really cash flowing compared to, oh good, we can pay bills this month.
Exactly.
But if we didn't have the house, we would have been like, it would have been bad.
Yes, absolutely. So and because a lot of times people don't think of outside the, you were originally going to buy a house, fix it up, live for free.
Yeah.
Because you had a second unit to pay, power, water, gas, and garbage. But even if needs change in your life and you go to a different place, I always say it's the first of many.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you do one, you know how to do it. It's a pain to go through it this way, but it's so much more powerful because you don't owe anybody.
No.
There's no mortgage.
You feel secure in what you can do and confident.
Because
you
worst
can
case
take care
scenario,
of things now. You can
always go back to the house. You gotta move out.
If
Go back home.
if you ever move back, you got a place to go.
Exactly.
And it's already been reworked. And it looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Now, what we'll do is, I guess we're fixing to, I'm looking at my watch, not wearing one. It is Sunday, and it is the last day of Pensacon, so I think we need to go and have a little bit of fun. I think we're gonna, get some photo opportunities and see some more panels and stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're glad to have you guys with us. Every year during Pensacon.
Yeah,
place to stay. All right. Again, thank you for showing up and being on our show.
Thank you for helping me figure out my first house.
Yes. Immensely.
All right. Well, let's get to Pensacon.
All right.
And welcome back to Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. And Sarah and Michael have just learned how to start developing cash flow streams so that they can live for free. And like at the end of the clip, we were going to Pensacon. Now, Mike Inslee is the creator of Pensacon. Now, you've known him for a little while. You went to school together since when?
Since the first grade. We've been friends a long time.
That's awesome.
So Pensacon's an awesome
venue,
thing.
and we've been every year. And let's go ahead and look at some of the footage from this year. awesome. Okay, so we're, at Pensacon, and we found Genevieve, and Genevieve is, used to be a long time ago. I guess we did that in 1999.
No.
We did a vampire film here in town. It was called Miss Darkness, and I was the head vampire and special effects director, and this was my vampire bride. And now she is married to someone else.
Yeah.
Got a couple kids. But she is an artist. She's a wonderful artist. What?
I'm not vamping.
She's not vamping anymore. And so she's a wonderful artist, and she is one of the featured artists here at Pensacon. And we're going to show you some of her work in just a moment. But so you've been doing the artist stuff for how long?
Going on 9 years now.
So when we did the film, we had no idea she was, talented in the artist. We knew she was a talented actress, but we didn't know she could draw and stuff. But now you've done how many book covers? Comic book covers?
I don't know the actual number, but I've been published going on 9 years. I've been working at my skills for like 10 to 12 years. So yeah, like when we were doing that whole movie, I really wasn't focused on that, but then I just went into it. I really enjoy it.
And she's really, really good. So, and this is just one of the other facets of Pensacon, because you got the people that are the actors that you can see and talk to and get pictures with and stuff. But you've also got the artists and also voice actors and stuff. So it's got a little bit of everything for everybody here. And I'll show you a little bit of Genevieve's art. This is Jen's husband. He was in the movie with us as well.
Mike Grip.
Yeah, hey, Mike Grip. No, you were in it. You were a pool player, right? Get out there. Look at you. Man, that's awesome. Huh?
They're up there now. Just this year, so they had to move us. But we're a little out
And Pensacon was a lot of fun.
Always a blast.
It's always fun. We've done so many things. We've seen so many people. We like listening to all the panels.
Yeah, I enjoy going to the panels.
Yeah, and hearing the behind-the-scenes stuff that the actors, the things they've gone through.
Right.
And so it's
looking at people dressed up. The cosplay is amazing.
Yeah, we never dress up.
Never.
Yeah. So you got a lot of stuff in the works as far as the real estate stuff.
Right,
You got a lot of houses you're selling for other people right now.
Yes, we do help people buy. We help people sell as well. So give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help. Our number is 850-972-8511. So I was about to give out my cell number. We don't want to do that. So yeah, the business number 850-972-8511.
Okay, now I guess our next episode we're going to be featuring one we've had for a while that we've been working on, the Love Shack.
Right.
And that has been
That's been a lot of work.
Yeah, because that was abandoned for 30 years.
Yes.
And I think basically used as a clubhouse for the kids in the high school.
Yeah, for the kids at the high school.
Yeah.
So
it was graffitied and it was just in really bad shape.
It was pretty bad.
I mean, literally, we'll be done with that probably within a week now.
Yes.
And it is looking amazing.
So can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so that'll be a good show as well. So, so if you haven't gone to Pensacon, you guys need to do it next year. What's the... February?
Yeah, it's usually the last weekend of February. Yeah. I don't know the dates right off the top of my head right now.
It is a hoot. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. And if you need somebody to help you with developing cash flow streams, we've done so many of these. I've done over 60 renovations, and we still have a whole bunch of the historical cottages that we actually rent. And so we've made all the mistakes, and we figured out the best ways to do it and the ways not to do it. So we're absolutely happy to help you guys too. So give us a call if you need any help with anything real estate related. Thank you again for watching our show, Pensacola Historical Dream Cottages, and we'll see you on the next episode. David and Stephanie here.
Thank you for joining Pensacola Historic Dream Cottages. If you're interested in investing, renting, or purchasing, check us out at PensacolaDreamCottages.com. See you next time.